Gandalf is perhaps the most recognizable wizard in the history of fantasy. We are used to seeing him first as a kind old man in a battered hat, and then as a majestic wizard in shining robes. But have you ever wondered what exactly changed about him besides his wardrobe color? Was Gandalf the White simply an upgraded version of the Gray, or was he a completely different entity? Today, we will try to find out. To start, it is important to remember that Gandalf is not human. His true name is Olorin, and he belongs to the race of the Maiar, spiritual beings created before the beginning of the world. He and 4 other wizards were sent to Middle-earth as Istari to help the peoples in their struggle against Sauron. However, strict limitations were placed upon them. They were forbidden from revealing their true majesty or using their power to rule over men or elves. They were meant to be advisors, mentors, and sparks of hope, but not commanders. This is why Gandalf the Grey looked like an ordinary, albeit very wise, old man. He was a master of fire. It is no coincidence that he wielded Narya, one of the 3 elven rings. His magic often manifested subtly, through fireworks, the light of his staff, or sparks. He was vulnerable. He felt cold and hunger and could die, which eventually happened. Gandalf the Grey acted cautiously, constantly doubting his own strength and the outcome of the quest. He was gray because his role was to wander in the shadows, gathering information and uniting peoples. He often made mistakes, such as in Moria, when he did not immediately recognize the threat of the Balrog. But it was precisely his humanity that made him so vital to the Fellowship of the Ring. The Battle of the Bridge of Khazad-dûm was a turning point in the history of Arda. After defeating the Balrog, Gandalf died physically, and his spirit left the boundaries of time and space. At that moment, something exceptional occurred. Eru Ilúvatar himself, the supreme creator, intervened in the fate of Middle-earth. He returned Olorin to life, granting him new authority. Saruman had betrayed his mission, and Gandalf was sent back to take his place. He now officially became the head of the Order of Wizards. The color white symbolized supreme authority and responsibility.
Gandalf the White is no longer just a wise wanderer. He said himself that he had become Saruman as he should have been. He stopped hiding his true Maya nature as much as his physical form allowed. His mind became sharper. He remembered things that Gandalf the Grey might have forgotten. The White Wizard no longer needed long deliberations. He knew what had to be done here and now. Recall the scene of Saruman's expulsion from Theoden. It was a demonstration of direct authority. Now to the main question: who is stronger? The answer seems obvious, but there are nuances. Gandalf the White possesses far greater magical power in a direct confrontation. He easily breaks Saruman's staff, something Gandalf the Grey likely could not have done. He is capable of standing against the Witch King and does not fear engaging whole armies. His physical endurance and reaction speed also increased. It is important to note that Gandalf the White did not become an immortal superhero. His primary task remained the inspiration of leaders of men, such as Aragorn. Interestingly, after the victory over Sauron, Gandalf began to fade. His mission was complete, and the White Wizard's power began to depart along with the Age of the Elves. This further proves that his power was purposeful and temporary. In summary, the difference between them lies not only in the color of their clothes, but in the level of access to magical energy. The Grey was a pilgrim seeking a path in the darkness. The White became the light showing that path. Both incarnations were critically important for the victory over the Dark Lord at their respective stages of history. While Gandalf the White is objectively stronger, most fans of the story love the Grey more for his simplicity and humanity. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new breakdowns of Tolkien's universe, and see you next time.